All right, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Marley G, back at y'all another episode of Running With You. And today we got to run about Young Miami, bro. This Spin That song has been going viral. It's been topping the charts. It's been everywhere. You can't get away from it. This is her biggest hit to date from the City Girls, bar none. And we're gonna have to, get into some clips discussing this, man. We're gonna get into Young Berg's opinion on it. We're gonna get into this one guy who clip I came across on it. We're gonna get into even India Ari, legendary R&B neo soul singer. We're gonna get into her thoughts on the song as well. Without further ado, let's go ahead on and get into this content. It's gonna be a little bit long of a video, so man, kick your feet up and let's get into this content, man. First, we're gonna start with Young Berg opinion on the song right now. Legendary producer right now, Young Berg. He's transitioned himself into called hit maker, and over the years, you might not know it, but he's been making a lot of hits for like the past decade.
Yeah, we got to go to the store, get some champagne, get something, man. Get it up, man. For real.
No, but what I will say is like, yeah, historically, like I haven't been with like super famous men or anything. But
Cap.
Okay. So
Can I pull you up on charges?
yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you what men don't like, right?
Okay.
And I see you and I watch, and I'm a fan, you know what I'm saying? I watch the show or
Thank
whatever,
you.
and like you got really valid points, and like I think that you're an attractive woman. I was actually like riding with you, like, yo, let's give her the benefit of the doubt, because that was my manly shame weighing in on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like you can't keep looking at women the same way. Like she's speaking up, this and a third. But then like I seen you in a car doing a spin that shit with your ass in the air in an SUV. And I was like, damn, it's not the same person that's on the pod. You know what I'm saying? That's not the ugly man. No money. Spend what? He don't have nothing to spend on.
But also too, I will say, when I go out, I will dance. I love to dance.
You wasn't out. You was in
a
an
car.
SUV.
But the point is if I'm I'm a dancing.
And you put it on your gram though.
The spin that shit dance.
Yeah.
It wasn't my ass shaking though. I did not put my ass shaking on the ground.
You
Because
wasn't
trust
ass
me,
up, but you was definitely.
They wouldn't. I would never
You
put
was
that.
giving like.
I was dancing. Young
like
Miami posted
like
it. It was
and
like
AB dancing.
I remember you comment on that.
Yeah.
Because I was like this, spend that shit. But I wasn't my body, my ass. It was literally just me like this.
Well, why would you promote that on your social media?
I love that song. I can't lie to you. Spend that shit was cracking because that's what you saw.
Though.
He commented on it. I was in the car and I was like, send that shit. Spend that shit. I was dancing. Young Miami posted it. I added her. You know what I'm saying?
You want to get reposted? You
no, I don't care about getting reposted, please. I don't care about that.
No, I'm not saying that.
But the point is I love the song. No.
What about the man that's watching you on this platform? Like, yo, this is a bad bitch. This is what the definition of. She know what she doing. And then you go and.
All right. First of all, a lot to unpack right now. She definitely added Young Miami in hopes to getting reposted. Let's not be obtuse. You heard me using big words here? I'm using big words on here. Let me know in the comment section I use obtuse right. But anyway, she definitely did that. Second of all, we got to stop framing quote unquote bad bitches, in the same alignment as good women. Like that's one of my biggest icks is when a woman refer to herself as a bad bitch. Another one of my biggest icks when she always saying nigga. Like, oh, if I get a nigga, that shit is so annoying to me. That's automatic bird talk to me. You definitely not no good woman if you, having that type of rhetoric. And on top of that, if you in the car and you shaking your ass and all that, you especially if you recording it and then you uploading it and posting it, definitely bird activity. Now I ain't saying people can't have fun. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be the fun police. That song is a summer bop. Like it or not, it's a summer bop. It's something that's catchy. It's something that has a melody to it. It's something that has, maybe 3 verses. I'm not even sure because I haven't even heard a verse. That's the crazy part about this song. I never heard not one verse of this song yet. But I hear it all the time and I hear the hook all the time. Now, why people is so outraged about this song, I don't know why, because we've been having this forever in rap and hip hop and whatever you know deem close to rap and hip hop. Like I'm from New Orleans, I come from the bounce, and we had some very vulgar stuff. Like when people were so outraged, I think the last time people was outraged about this is when what her name is, Sexy Red had Pound Town, when she came out with that, and then the other songs that followed suit, a lot of people were outraged then. But all this been going on before Young Miami, before uh Sexy Red. And a lot of people always say, oh, we only want to hold women up to a standard and all that, but we don't say nothing about the men with all the drug talk, all the violence, all the shootings, all that. And I think people been having these type of sentiments for all this stuff going on. It's just when a song get real popular, that's when people just be like, okay, enough is enough. We gotta, at some point, something gotta stop. Me personally, I think Mona Leo song should have been bigger. That's a summer bop. Ain't really got nothing too bad in that song. Like one thing about it, rap, it's gonna have some type of negative in it, some way, somehow, whether it's in the verse, whether it's in the hook, something might have some type of negative in it, but we glorify it and we make it to something to be fun, but certain songs, it just like, oh man, this gotta be a damn agent, this gotta be a plant, but yeah, man, if you in the car and you shaking your ass, definitely not wifey material, definitely bird activity to me. If you trying to show your ass, period, now you could go have fun, you could dance or whatnot, but we all know when you looking for attention and when attention is just coming towards you.
You're having your fun, and because my thing is, I don't post nothing that I do in my personal life on social media. Because I might be doing a spin that shit dance with you. I might be spending some money on you doing that shit.
Okay.
But they'll never see that. You can't contradict what the energy you putting out.
Okay, but you
like
want to know,
living a double life. You 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
That's
you 1 foot in the dope game and 1 foot in the fucking
so
business.
I wasn't shaking my ass. I was sitting down. I will pull this up. Darnell, make sure in the edit I'll send the video to you.
Right now.
I'll send the video to you of when I was doing it. I have it.
But that's like whole behavior though. Like the whole premise of the song is whole behavior, right?
The premise of the song is whole behavior, but it's not.
Let's see.
This is the video, nigga.
This is the video.
She about to take up that seatbelt and throw that ass.
That's a hoe. That's a hoe. That's the whole video.
It's the wrong messaging.
That's a hoe.
She liked the song.
Like, come on, Paul.
But what you saying though?
I'm just singing a song.
Okay. Now, if she was shaking her ass, that's sending a different type of message. Now, if you just like a song, whether it has a bad message or not, ain't nothing wrong with just liking a song or whatever. And you just kind of bop into the song in the video. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, I wouldn't just, bash a woman for that, But if she was shaking the ass like how Young Bird portrayed it, then I could understand what he's saying. You sending a different type of mixed signal. You trying to portray yourself as this type of woman, but when you outside of your workspace, you right in the line with the bird activity, and you can send a wrong message, and you can be missing out on your blessing of a man, because once a man starts seeing you align with certain type of behavior of certain demographic of women, you automatically Xing yourself out. Look at Paul, Paul messy ass. Yeah, but I definitely don't think that's wrong. Now, I do believe that we have selected outrage for certain songs and stuff, and I do believe that other songs should have been held accountable as well. But I don't think it's ever going to be a time where these songs not going to be, popular, not going to be hits, and not going to just thrive. And that's just the sad truth. You just got to raise your kids as best as you can, because she's literally talking about scammers. She's literally talking about boosters. She's literally talking about the same people that's getting locked up all the time right now. And she's literally, influencing the youth to do the same stuff. And it just be a cycle.
Song that I like.
I don't even know the
What
words
about the
to
song?
That's all I did. That's crazy to you?
that ain't crazy.
That
That ain't
ain't
crazy.
crazy.
This right here, because this girl's going in on that
I would
song.
never shake my ass in no video. I would never even show my butt.
No,
they
see,
asked me to do.
Look,
I get
let's
what
clear
you're
it up
saying.
because they might clip this up. I love Miami. I work with Miami. We got a lot of shit going. My friends and my producer friends did this song. It's not about the song at all. What I'm saying
What is it? Tell me, please.
if you're preaching a certain message and then you're living and you're doing that, you're projecting
all right,
on
I'm
your
hearing
social
what he's
media.
saying. I'm hearing what
I
he's
think
saying.
that's mad confusing. It ain't about how you carry that, what you're doing.
Okay.
If you running around here and you stepping in like on some shit, like you
spin that shit.
yeah,
What we
then
spinning?
it's like, what
we
you mean?
spinning?
Okay,
That's
so-
like trick
Wait, I ain't
behavior.
heard the song
So
all the way,
let
but
me.
what's
You
getting
have
spin?
heard it. We sing it all the time. Where the scam.
Well, I only know the spin part.
So let me say this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we ain't really listening to them verses and stuff. Females be know the verses. Men, we probably just only know the goddamn spin that part. And a lot of the men, they like it because some men, they just think it's a bop, and some men, they actually are scammers, so they can relate to what she's saying, you know, and they having fun. It's the summertime. They running up a check, and they can relate. And some things about the hood, you just gonna have to give the harsh reality is what's really going on, you know. And I think that's what Young Miami is doing, you know. But it still glorifies negativity, and we the only community that really glorifies negativity and just be having a cycle within our community. You know, and I understand what Young Berg's saying. You can't be preaching all this and all that, but then acting like this and indulging in this. But I think it's different when it's just a song and you just bop into a little song. You know, I think it's different. Now, would her dude that's really admiring her from afar would like her to be singing some R&B instead of spin that? Yes. You know, would she be liking her to jam to some neo soul instead of spin that? Yes. But you know, I mean, at least she's not watching baddies. Now, if she's watching baddies, you know, always talking about the latest mess and the latest tea on what's going on with baddie. Oh yeah, girl, such and such whipped her ass. Yeah, she need her ass beat. Like, that's automatic red flag.
I don't disagree with you. I can be held accountable for where that can look a certain way.
Would you let your man check you on that? Like, yo, take
Yeah,
that
I
shit
would.
down.
If he told me
up.
to take it down, I would take it down.
Okay.
I'll never not take it down. If my man told me to take anything down, I will. I never looked at it in that way, but I can understand where you're coming from, and I see that. I was just singing the song. To be honest with you, I really like the song. I think it's a vibe. I think
do
it's hitting.
too.
I think it's like spin that shit, and I like it,
I
and
do
that's
too.
where it came from. But I do understand and respect what you're saying.
Yeah, so you Malcolm X and Martin
yeah.
Luther King. You got two
I gotta
sides.
hold myself
Right.
to a higher standard and not do shit like that. And in my defense, your reason you comment on it is because you never see me do no shit like that ever before.
That's why I was so triggering. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I get that. And I have to hold myself to a certain standard as a woman, especially if I'm trying to be a certain role model for other women.
Right,
so I
right.
understand that. I respect you and thank you for calling me out because I can
On the
always do
real,
better.
on the real, I get it down. That makes sense.
I can always do better. I understand that. Now, I'll never twerk on the internet, but I understand what the messaging looks like.
Right.
So I feel you.
Say what you want about Young Berg, man. That man revamped his career. You know, at one point in time, he was a rapper. Dudes was checking him. They felt like he was a pretty boy. Wasn't about that life. His chain was going on tour, damn whatever. Every rapper had it in their hands, and his rap career was just finished. Back when your rap career can actually be finished. Now, as so long as you likable or funny and all that, you could just thrive, especially in this culture. And right now, he then transitioned, became a producer, and he's doing damn well good for himself. And he goes on this podcast, and when he talks about women and stuff, he has some good, relatable takes. I definitely think he should start his own podcast because it just seems like he's real good at this. But let's get into another clip I wanted to talk about this song about. I haven't watched this clip of this dude right here got something to say.
What up, fam? I need y'all to brace yourself because I'm finna take you down a long road real quick. People keep fucking with me about this goddamn Young Miami song. Let me show you how the devil himself works. This song is about scamming and stealing. Steal and do misdemeanors and credit cards to get expensive shit So really, it's like fake it to make it. Go out and risk your motherfucking freedom for some shit so you can post online to look good. Meanwhile, the bitch that made the song don't have to steal. Probably got money laid up for when Diddy was pissing on her fuck ass. But let's get deeper. It's becoming an anthem promoting stealing and scamming. And when our aunties like Lisa Ray and Halle Berry take part in the challenge, not only does it promote whoredom, showing your pussy and ass, it makes it more of an anthem. What it says is it gives it more gas. And our women out here, supposed to be a grandma, an auntie, an elder right now saying, what's wrong? She having fun. She look good. You dumb motherfucker. It's the devil using her and your stupid ass to have our kids out here saying, can I get a credit card scam? They don't know about that. Can I get a motherfucking boost? They don't. That's gonna spike shit. Credit card scams, boosting, kids stealing from their own goddamn mama.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree with a lot of his sentiments right now. He definitely sounded like the dude on Don't Be a Menace when he was like, always cross in the green, never in between. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. He definitely sound like that, but I agree with his message. And just like the other girl in the video, she portrays to be this type of woman, but yet she's indulging in this. So, Halle Berry, all these type of women who we have high standards and high regards for, when they indulge in this, it's just like, oh man, bro, the lines get real blurred. Now it's a song, it's a bop, it's a summer catchy, theme song. People are having fun with TikTok challenges and dancing to it. It got a certain melody to it where you could, harmonize and, have fun and dance. I understand that. But the message in the song can be poisonous to the community. Like we the only community who literally pour poison in our community, and we glorify, and it's a cycle that, has violence, puts us in jail. Then when people do get hurt, when people do go to jail, people are sad and, they mope and they weep and all that. But we were just glorifying all the stuff that what it takes for them to be headed down that path. Mother and daughter just got arrested for this, doing fraud. The people on the cruise just got arrested for this, doing fraud. A lot of influencers, even JT was arrested for doing fraud, and I'm wondering who's going to be on the remix. Because 9 times out of 10 they're going to have a remix. And a lot of people, and that's another thing about this, Young Miami, a lot of people are saying, get her CDL. A lot of people are saying, wrap it up. She should just do the podcast. And she finally came back with this hit. She premiered it on Joe and Jada podcast. Joe and Jada were just dancing to it, vibing to it. And everybody like, man, they being so fake and performative for that girl. Just tell that girl the truth. And over time, people started liking the song. And one thing about the internet, once these challenges get involved and people start dancing to it, that can really take off a song. So that song grew legs, and it just ran it. I'm still surprised they didn't let her perform for the BET Awards, but she came out for like 30 seconds and the whole crowd was just chanting every word. So a lot of people like the underdog story from, rags to a road to triumph for Young Miami. And a lot of people are happy that, she's winning. But a lot of people are saying it's the same girl y'all were just so up in arms with and, so mad at because she was defending Diddy after we seen the footage what Diddy was doing to Cassie. And after she was saying, oh, I could make Diddy, we could have Diddy, me and Diddy can have you on your knees or something like that. She was talking about getting pissed on. Then she backtracked and said all that was just, a lie for people to get the Russian roulette game and all that. Like, it was just a lot, bro. It was just a lot, it was just a lot. And everybody was like, how could you just be all trying to get Diddy out? Like, aren't you for women? Like, and it was just a lot, but all that went right out the door when it comes to making a hit. And that's the thing about the black community. So long as you can make a hit, so long as you got some type of talent, so long as you, even if you don't got talent, if you're just likable or funny or relatable, people don't care what you do or what you say. They will accept you with open arms.
Meanwhile, she getting paid. She getting paid. She touring the country by saying some of the dumbest shit you could ever say. So not a lack of, so not talent. So not talent. Where my scamming ass niggas at? Spin that shit. My boosting ass bitches. The shit that any motherfucker can do to try to look like they got something on Instagram. You're gonna have Japanese, fucking Australians, Africans moving to this shit because they like the music and they want to act like niggas. But it validates it to our youth. When you look up as a man and you see somebody that you admired growing up, let's say Denzel Washington got out there. I'm smoking on my ops. You know what I'm saying? I'm smoking on my ops. We don't understand as a people how the devil actually wins. These celebrities control us. They control us. They tell us what to eat, when to go, what watch to wear, what time to do everything.
Yeah, man. That's why a lot of religions and cultures, they don't want you worshiping celebrities, because that can have a negative effect on your community and your youth, because a lot of celebrities preach a lot of negativity. So I understand where he coming from. He got a lot of good valid points. And this is what India Ari had to say. Somebody had said, I'm calling for a boycott of Young Miami song Spin That. I believe is degrading to our culture. At some point, we have to take seriously the power of music that has our perception and the values it reinforces. This can't be song of the summer. Yeah, man. And I also seen what her name was, Carrie Hilson. She was like, if music can heal, music can also hurt. That's all she put, but I'm pretty sure she was talking about this song. India responded and said, I spent my entire adult life caring way too much, because I finally learned that not everybody cares with a capital C, and explaining it to them is not going to make them care. Everything you listen to, see, or eat is going to influence you. So make wise choices, y'all. Let me see. I think it's another part of this too. The mass acceptance of this song itself is a crystal clear sign of a bigger problem. I finally realized that not everybody wants to get free, and it was a very rude awakening. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man. And this was a post and delete message, I believe. And, of course, the internet tried to, talk bad about India Ari, saying she only come out and just say this about black women and all this and all that. But man, look here, bro. Sometimes, bro, you just gotta call stuff out. Now, like I say, man, I think this song Young Miami got, it's a hit. I can see why people like it. It's the summertime. People are having fun. People doing challenges. People are dancing. But at the same time, it is kind of selective outrage, because it's so many other songs that we could be saying these same sentiments to. But it's all poison, though. It's all poison, And it just like they just keep on saying, "Oh, hey, look, y'all, this poison, y'all. This is poison. It's real good. It's real good." And it's almost same as an example that D1 was trying to make. And I be disagreeing with a lot of stuff that he said, because I think he kind of be playing two sides of the fence as well. But sometimes when he's just talking about the poison in our community and the negativity that we be glorifying, he be having a good point with it. And, this is just another example of that. But I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section below, man. This was 25 minutes damn near. So I really hope that y'all, actually do comment. I'm trying to start a community here. Just share your thoughts. Or is it selective outrage with this Young Miami song? Or are people actually having a point with it? Like, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, what you're waiting on. Until next time, I'm out.